How is it going, Data Bytes? Is No Data here, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Roblox Assassin. Today we are here back on competitive mode because I am going top 100. What place am I right now? I'm 44th place. All right, not bad. And yeah, welcome back to yet another video on the September update. I guess there's been like 3 September updates, so that's kind of crazy. Anyway, guys, Prisman is actually not done just yet, and he actually did confirm on Discord that the secret project he has been working on is going to go into beta in 1 to 2 weeks. So that is pretty exciting. The beta is going to release in 1 to 2 weeks. And yeah, like I have said before, I'm not necessarily involved in the development, but I will be involved in the launch of this project. So yeah, I will be involved with the launch of the beta. I can't really say what it is just yet, but be sure you are subscribed because the second I'm able to give you guys some information, I will definitely let you guys know what is happening. So yeah, should come out soon, maybe even during competitive mode. I don't know. I honestly have no idea on the exact launch. It's really just 1 to 2 weeks, and it is going to be pretty hype when it comes out. But anyway, guys, a couple episodes ago, we crafted the Elemental Scimitar Mythic. This was a pretty cool mythic. Be sure to check out that video if you haven't done so. But today on Assassin, we are going to be taking that next step forward. Today on Assassin, we are going to be crafting a brand new dream knife. That is right, guys. There is a brand new dream knife in the game, and in order to craft it, we need the runic blade, the elemental scimitar, and the jade maiden. So yeah, guys, in this video, we are going to be crafting this brand new dream knife. It is going to be super hype. We are going to try it out in battle, and we are going to talk about its current and future value. So yeah, if you guys are excited to see this brand new dream knife, then be sure to drop a like on this video. Helps out a whole lot. And if you're new, be sure to subscribe. Once we hit 200,000 subscribers, we're going to give away a competitor blade. Really good knife right here. Be sure you're subscribed so that we can do that giveaway. No Data merch, link in the description, and don't forget to use star code purple when buying Robux and Roblox Premium. It really helps me out to continue making these videos. I would appreciate it a lot. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get started. But before I craft the vine, I'm gonna go ahead and craft some of the other crafting ingredients. I just have a lot of mythics and stuff, so I'm gonna try and keep 2 of everything, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, I'm gonna put down a wrath, and I'm also going to place down a bandit if I can find it. There we go, a bandit. I'm going to go ahead and craft a void. So there we go, we crafted a void, and now I'm going to take shadow as well as the onyx, and I'm going to craft a dark age. So there we go, crafted a void and a dark age right there. While we are at it, I'm also going to take my enchanted jade mythic right here, and I'm also going to take chaos axe as well as a steel maiden if I can find it. Here it is, steel maiden. I'm going to go ahead and craft another jade maiden right here. So there we go, we crafted the jade maiden, and now I'm going to go ahead and craft another runic blade. Now runic blade is really hard to craft, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take my dark age that I just crafted and my void that I just crafted, and now I'm going to scroll down in the exotics and find an ancient steel. There we go, an ancient steel. So I can go ahead and craft a runic blade dream knife. So there we go, there is our runic blade. And yeah, unfortunately I am not able to get another elemental scimitar, so we are going to have to say goodbye to the elemental scimitar for a little while. You can see I currently have one, but I am going to need to get rid of it to craft the vine. I'm currently missing blossom scimitar. It just hasn't shown up in the time shop for some reason. I know that it can show up, but like it just hasn't shown up. I've been checking the time shop a bunch. I haven't even seen like the water scimitar or anything like that. I traded for a water scimitar, which is nice, but I literally haven't seen a blossom scimitar at all, which is like super unlucky. But yeah, once I get my hands on another blossom scimitar, I'm gonna immediately craft another elemental scimitar, and then I will have to get another water and another blossom, but that's totally fine. You know, I'm fine with that. But anyway, let's go ahead and place down the runic blade dream knife. Let's go ahead and place down the jade maiden mythic, and again, we're going to have to say goodbye to the elemental scimitar for a little while, which does kind of stink, but you know, it is what it is. We'll get another elemental scimitar pretty soon. So without further ado, let's go ahead and craft the brand new dream knife, the vine. 3, 2, 1, boom. There we go, guys. We just crafted the vine dream knife. I have so many dream knives now. It is crazy. The only one I'm missing is obviously the Infernal Guardian, which no one has that at the moment anyway, so it kind of makes sense. Let's go ahead and equip the Vine, and let's try it out in battle. All right, guys, so here it is, the brand new Vine Dream Knife that you can craft with the Runic Blade, an Elemental Scimitar, and a Jade Maiden. So this is a pretty cool knife, guys. You can see it is a nice green knife. You can see there are quite a few leaves and obviously vines on the Vine knife. You can see that it is a pretty cool sword. It seems to have some scratches, which I think is interesting. There's like a scratch right here and right here and here. So there's some scratches on it. You can see the handle kind of has some leaves on it. You can see there are some leaves here and here. And I guess here, this seems like kind of made of leaves. This whole thing is probably made of leaves, if I had to guess. And as you guys know, every single Dream Knife has an effect of its own, and the Vine is no exception. As you can see, there are some green and black clouds around the Vine knife. Sadly, I keep dying, so I can't really show it all that much. But yeah, as you can see around the knife, there is a black and green cloud, so that is pretty cool. And you can see there are some dots as well, so that might be another effect. I remember in the Elemental Scimitar episode, a lot of people said that there are some other knives with 3 effects of their own because of those dots, but like, I don't know, I always saw those dots as like the same effect, kind of, sort of. I think Black Hole is a pretty good example. I'm pretty sure there are some dots. Yeah, you can see there are some dots floating around the knife as well, so I guess that could count as another effect, but I don't know, I sort of counted that with the clouds around the black hole, but I guess that would count. So I guess Black Hole could also have 3 effects of its own, and I guess that does kind of make me hypocritical, because with the Elemental Scimitar, I counted the dots as a separate effect, but like, I don't know, that was very obviously like the fire effect of the knife. I just feel like the Elemental Scimitar had 3 distinct effects, like representing Blossom Scimitar, Water Scimitar, and Fire Scimitar. Again, if you check out that video, you will kind of know what I mean. I felt like the dots kind of represented the Fire Scimitar, and then the other effects represented the other ones. Again, I don't have the Elemental Scimitar anymore, so I can't really show it off because I don't have it. You can see there's also a green glow. Typically, when knives have effects of their own, there will also be a glow, and you can see there's a nice green glow around the room when I walk with the Vine, which I think is really cool. Ooh, the Vine Dream Knife is so fitting for ruins. I immediately died, so, you know, I can't really bask in it. But like using the Vine in the ruins map, I don't know, dude, that just seems really fitting. It is really cool how that's a thing. What would be a fitting effect for the Vine? Probably leaves, right? I feel like that makes sense. Leaves would probably also be a pretty good effect for the Elemental Scimitar as well. Anyway, my favorite part about this knife is definitely the effect. I just feel like this effect is pretty unique from the other knives. I mean, we don't have a lot of green effects, you know what I mean? I can't even really think of a green effect, to be fair. So, I don't know. I just really like the Vine because of that. It's a really unique dream knife. And also, the Vine is just super hard to craft. Again, I love crafting recipes, and I also really just like the multi-step crafting recipes. I mean, when you really think about it, it takes so many steps to craft this dream knife. This is probably one of the hardest knives to craft. And there we go. Just got a victory with the Vine. GG. But yeah, it takes so many steps to craft the Vine, and we can break down this crafting recipe, and you'll just see how many mythics it takes. I mean, again, if we break it down, in order to craft the Vine, you need Onyx Shadow, Wrath Bandit, Enchanted Jade, Steel Maiden, Chaos Axe, Ancient Steel, Fire Scimitar, Water Scimitar, and Blossom Scimitar. So it requires like 3 mythics and like a bunch of exotics just to craft this dream knife, which is insane. This is a really hard dream knife to craft, though I would say that Dark Commander is probably more difficult to craft, if you ask me. But Vine is pretty high up there. This is probably the second hardest dream knife to craft. But yeah, overall, this is a really cool dream knife. This is a really nice addition. It's been a while since we got a dream knife crafting recipe that's like really difficult to craft. So I'm happy that we got one, and the Vine is a pretty good one. But yeah, guys, let's talk about the value of the Vine Dream Knife. What is this knife going to be worth? So at the time of this recording, the Vine is actually worth 27 exotics, which is pretty crazy. That is a lot. But the question is, how much is this going to be worth? You know, is it going to go down? Is it going to go up? Well, I'm just going to go ahead and count the current value of these knives and then try to add it up, you know? Now, what's annoying about crafting recipes, in my personal opinion, is that typically they go down like below the total of the ingredients, you know what I mean? Take the Runic Blade, for example, right? So you need Void, this is worth 6, Dark Age is worth 11, Ancient Steel is obviously worth 1. So, you know, this adds up to 19 exotics, right? So naturally, you would think that the runic blade would be 19. But the runic blade is only worth 13, which just doesn't make much sense to me. I mean, I guess if people actually put down 13 exotics for runic blade, then I guess that makes sense. But like, why would anyone accept that trade if you used 19 exotics to craft the runic blade? Why would you only take 13 exotics for that? You know, that doesn't make much sense to me. Now, if the ingredients lower, that would definitely make sense. I mean, I think Dark Age is a little overpriced in my opinion. I mean, I'm pretty sure Onyx is worth like 6 and this is +1. So why is Dark Age worth like 11? So that might be a little bit overpriced if you ask me, but I don't see, you know, if this is worth 11, I don't see how this adds up to 13. So yeah, that's just my take on it. So I think the value of the vine is really going to depend on how we count it up. Like, are we just going to count up the ingredients, or are we going to count up the ingredients of the ingredients? You know what I mean? Because if we're just going to add up everything right here, this actually adds up to 29 exotics. Runic Blade is currently 13, Elemental Scimitar currently worth 6, Jade Maiden worth 10. So that actually adds up to 29 exotics, but you know, granted, Elemental Scimitar, if I had to guess, it's probably going to go down to 3 anyway. So with that in mind, the long-term value is probably going to be around 26. But again, we could probably count up the ingredients of the ingredients and probably end up with a different number. Again, keeping in mind the ingredients of Runic Blade actually add up to 19. But then we add up the ingredients of Jade Maiden, this is only worth 8. And of course, the Elemental Scimitar is probably going to end up being worth 3. So with that in mind, you know, that adds up to around 30. So yeah, there's a lot of nuance to this kind of thing. I feel like the value of crafting recipes involves a lot of math. You know, you got to do a lot of addition. You got to know the value of all these knives and then add them up, and that's what they should be worth. But then, you know, sometimes they go below that value. Again, Runic Blade is just a really good example. This combined is worth 19, but this is only worth 13. This combined is only worth 8, but the Jade Maiden is worth 10. So again, there's nuance to this kind of thing. I guess at the end of the day, it does just come down to quantity and demand and how hard it is to craft. And when you get up to something like Vine, it is just really complicated. So at the end of the day, yeah, I'd say 27 exotics is a pretty fair value. I don't really think this thing should go down. But again, if people do take less for the vine, if people trade less and take less for the vine, then the vine could end up going down in the future. If the demand for it decreases, it definitely could go down in value as a result. But again, there's so much complication when it comes to this stuff. I think at the simplest terms, this thing would be worth around 30 exotics. But again, that's not always how it works. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Roblox Assassin. I'm pretty close to Prestige 500, so hopefully within the next couple videos, we will hit Prestige 500, so that will be pretty hype. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all those other things that YouTube people do, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay purple.